Hi all, Nikki from G-Buzz, also from Facebook, your friend, your colleague, and a mum. I think I remember a few days ago me telling you that I would tell you the story about when my dad left me and went to heaven. Now, he was always an avid cyclist, and he loved it more than any other sport. And when I asked him why, he said it's because it's only one person that competes instead of a whole team, and the individuals putting all that effort into winning. So in Italy, when you win, and he had a few famous Fausto Coppi, all these other ones, Bartoli, Pantoni, they used to call him the pirate. Anyway, he always used to love when someone got the pink jersey. Now, the pink jersey in Italy is because you're winning, right? So, anyway, when he got diagnosed with cancer, he went pretty well for a couple of years, it wasn't that bad, but at one point in his life, he just kept saying, Nicola, I can't breathe properly. And we brought him, to the doctor and the hospital. And when they said, look, we're going to move him to hospice, I knew then and there. And then and there, I didn't even know what palliative even meant, because this was about how many years ago, 12 years ago. So I didn't know what palliative meant or hospice. But I took a few weeks off to spend with him, because he had difficulty actually just getting dressed and getting into bed, with those tubes up the nose with the oxygen. So I went there just about every day, moisturised his legs and massaged his legs, because he had emphysema and there was fluid coming out. And of course we told him that we had ordered on eBay the pink jersey, one that Fausto Coppi or Pantani would wear, or La Pirata, all of that they would be wearing. And he said, oh my God, I can't wait. I really, really want that. So he waited for a while, and we waited. He was suffering because of, not being able to breathe when you've got emphysema. He was a smoker, but gave up 20 years before he passed away, but still got emphysema. So one morning I rang him up because the Maglia Rosa, the pink jersey, had come in. Anyway, I rang him up and I said, Dad, I've got to go to work today. When I come back from work, I'll tuck you in and help you get into bed and help you. And I said, oh, and by the way, I said the pink jersey has arrived. And he goes, oh, thank God. He goes, you know what, I'm feeling better. I think I'm going to come home today. I really feel better. And I said, well, I hope so. And I said, instead of me coming in to tuck you in, I'll be coming over to, bring you home. And I said, I love you, Dad. And he goes, well, I love you, Coco. I explained to you why he calls me Coco. That's why I put that as my middle name. And we left it at that. I was getting ready to go to work. And I got a phone call 10 minutes later saying, your dad just passed away. It seemed as if he was going the other way. It seemed like he was getting better, right? He was waiting for that Maglia Rosa, the pink jersey, when he knew that was there. And I kicked myself. I said, I should have told him when I went to go visit it that night, so at least I would have been there with him. So I kicked myself. But, the nurses said it was probably better that you weren't there. Sometimes it's better when family aren't there, but the amount of love and support he received, where's Itchy? Love and support he received was wonderful. We all loved him. We still love him today. He was a very, very popular man, and we adored him. But this is the circle of life. Sometimes people towards the end of their lives have an agenda, right? And they need to know they've got something that they need to do before passing on. And that's what I think. He waited for that pink jersey, right? And I don't feel sad about it, because I got to tell him I love him, and he got to tell me he loved me too. So that's the best thing that could have happened. So that's my story. Anybody want to, say anything about that? That's great. Join in the conversation. Bye, Nikki. Cheer Buzz, and God bless you. Bye.